Hey, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, I guess. But anyway, I'll look into it more. I had conditioned my hair earlier. I showed you. I took it out early because I had to go somewhere. It's just curly now. I just have it sort of pulled back a little bit so it won't be in my eyes. Um, I remember last night hearing about that earthquake in California at 6.0, and then they had an earthquake in South America. It was also a very high one, and they have these flooding. Anyway, they were saying in California that there's a chance that they're gonna have the big one. And I know they've been having bad fires, floods, and a drought. And most of California is actually in a drought. Um, I'm hoping it will rain here. I've had to water my plants. I'm gonna go ahead and make cucumber salad again tomorrow. I just sometimes I change, what I put in it. You know, um, you know, I might not use the Boston vinaigrette dressing and just make it more, do more of a vinaigrette this time, just to change it up, because um, my last of that um of the cucumber salad of the other one I still have. So if I make a little different one and it stays because of it's like pickling in a way, except for I'm gonna eat it before or I'm not doing all of the pickling, but I am using stuff that preserves the cucumbers. So and that's the best way to keep them. Um, but um, uh, but anyway, I just wanted to. I'm still worried about if we're ever going to find any type of change in the police department where we don't have a militarized police department. I would love to see the justice system get back on track. I would love to see a lot of things um, get back on track, but I guess with the Republicans and right now in 2014, um, they are not willing to work properly. They're wanting to sue the president for ridiculous stuff, for the health care. And really in our neighborhood, with as young and as bad as young as the boys start with having sex, I wish they would start when they have sex to start seeing a doctor, for that. There's a lot of times, they don't. A lot of guys don't see a doctor enough, and we have a lot of problems: prostate cancer here, diabetes, a lot of people on dialysis, AIDS. Um, I did say diabetes. AIDS. It's just a lot of stuff probably could be prevented, but I guess they make a lot of money with the pharmaceuticals. But anyway, I am really tired. It's 5 after 10. I hope I can get some sleep. And I always think about Memphis being on a fault line when I hear all these things about these earthquakes and when they were doing some of the they were extracting gas out of the earth over here. I guess they call it fracking or whatever. And that we had a whole bunch of little tremors. I don't know. I know that I think the house settled more, and so I'm gonna have some work done. I gotta figure out what color before um Jerry shows up to start doing work. You're gonna. I already have the stuff for the gutter for outside, but I'm gonna be. I don't think I've had the camera in the living room, but anyway, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint probably living room first. Anyway, and I want to paint everything indoor. There's so much work I want to get done. So, well, we're gonna get started. The problem is the guy that I'm using is in Mississippi, and he comes in town to take care of his mom that has autism, and he has a daughter. And anyway, so um, he works also, and this is going to be a holiday. Um, and my sister's birthday's coming up. Mom, if I was like as close, I had to stop for a little while with my crocheting. It's a queen size length, and it is almost at my halfway mark. But I had to slow down a little bit because I burned a finger and did have a little accident, like that with the cooking, and got some a little problem what I had with doing yard work. I had got a few little sort of like stickers or something, little splinters in my that finger. I could hardly see. I finally pulled them out. So anyway, hopefully I'll get this done before it gets too cold. But I'm gonna for the next couple of days. I'm gonna pay attention and see, if they're gonna have any major tremors, because they're predicting that um that you could have a major trem. That the big one, which would be like 7 point or greater. Um, uh, at something like they had in Japan where they had that typhoon, God forbid. So we're having it would be nice to like, I would like if I had the money, I would put a windmill and some solar panels over here. And since this is a poor neighborhood, maybe if there were some people that had a lot of money, if they would invest in reusable energy, not only would it save, people money, but, maybe I would love for somebody like Oprah to do something like that in a like a Detroit area or something, or start community gardens or something on a scale where that they could have maybe it could be a nonprofit, so they can have some people that are challenged financially to go in there and work the yard, or go in there and help maintain maybe solar panels or windmills. You could use water. There's a lot of ways that we could, use reusable energy, but a lot of the stuff is priced out because of the other utility places that are always set in, um, like the oil and gas and all them. They get a lot of breaks, and they just really. I mean, it's like I remember when they broke up Ma Bell because it was such a big monopoly, but now it seems like we have a lot of corporations are big monopolies. And I'm with the group that's going to I boycott all fast foods right now, but Burger King is thinking about relocating its main corporation and staying in like having the restaurants stay here, but to avoid taxes. We have a big problem where not only our manufacturing has left for China, Indonesia, and India, now some of our main corporations are going to be based outside the United States so they can avoid taxes. But they still going to have some of their buildings here and still be able to reap from a lot of our benefits that are dependent on the taxes, such as the roads and bridges and a lot of stuff. There's a lot of infrastructure that needs to be redone, and we cannot fix our schools or infrastructure if our biggest tax breaks. If our money leaves. And I see we need a change in that. We need to get rid of those super PACs that the GLPs are using to hide who is financing their campaigns. Because until we have total disclosure, we're right now we're at a stage where we can see the whole United States structure collapse, and that sounds scary. Along with the weather changes like earthquakes and these floods we have here and the drought here and our financial situation, and then we have a crazy police department. It looks like they're going around and hiring some type of murderers. So hopefully we'll be able to get some justice for Michael Brown by putting that Darren Wilson in jail, and maybe we could have the cops ring in so we can save our some type of system, because right now all we're doing is having a rotation of the poor going in and out of jail, and they're the least. They can't afford the due process. And let's face it, some of these prosecutors, I guess they never plan on going to a private law firm, or becoming a partner with a law firm. Because if they did, they would care more about making sure that they were able to win some cases instead of just not even doing. Here in Memphis, they have a real problem. Like, they didn't test rape kits. These are all set back, and and a lot of it is that here women don't have any respect. you know, and you know, I mean, I don't know. It's a shame. I get it a lot. It's between racism, ignorance, and people disrespecting basically human rights in a lot of ways, especially with the police. We have to do something about carteling our power back into the United States and not fracturing it out through all this hate and thinking that we could control the Middle East. The Middle East can. Anyway, we'll see. I'm getting ready to go to bed, so good night.